symposium where we invited a number of stakeholders, experts in the value chain, to understand the opportunities that exist, challenges that exist in the value chain. And what came out from that business symposium, that livestock Indaba, was the need for value addition at community level, which process then led us to think of setting up a processing center right here, right at the community level at Jotsholo. The business symposium that we held was well attended by a number of stakeholders, including representatives from CSC, government stakeholders, architects, VET, Department of Ministry of Youth, business community, for that innovativeness to come on board. So after that engagement, we then engaged the local leadership here in Lupane, who fortunately had the same mentality in terms of value addition. That program was already in their strategic plan, where the only limitations of finance, financial limitations, otherwise it was something that they were actually trying to build to. We then quickly put out a tender, was then saying, how do we create something that is sustainable beyond the life of Sizimele? Because you see quite a number of times NGOs come, they create, they establish infrastructure. When they go, those resources, that infrastructure is not utilized. That's when we came up with the idea to have a private-public partnership. How did we structure the private-public partnership? We then put forward a tender where we invited a number of interested partners to partner in the construction of this building. This building and the related infrastructure did cost in excess of 330,000 United States dollars. So we wanted a partner who would contribute 50%, which is 165,000 United States dollars, with Sizimele contributing 165,000. That structure is what we did. So as Sizimele, we then bought all the equipment that is inside there, and the cold room that you see there. We also did put up a generator that you also see behind, including the water, the board, drilling, and all this solarization to provide backup electricity if need be, and to make sure that there's sufficient water. Our envisaging is that this abattoir is a grade B abattoir. It means it has capacity to process up to 100 cattle per day. It therefore will save other periphery districts. You look at one, it's not only saving Lupane. Lupane is from our research is 107,000 cattle, but we're looking at a situation where it will also cover Wange, Binga, all these other districts that are within, in terms of outreach and impact. So the private player who we engaged, you will also be joining us shortly, is a company, private organization called Outback Safaris. They procured this building, they did all the renovations inside, and also all this paving that you see. They will also be responsible for the working capital injection. So from our envisaging Sizimele, under the leadership of DCA, is that this building, this infrastructure will provide, first and foremost, a market for our farmers, a reliable market for our farmers. Anytime our farmers can walk in and sell their cattle. There's also the benefit of employment creation for locals. Already that engagement is already started. You see some of the locals that are already working here are locals. There's also incremental revenue that is accruing because of the presence of this infrastructure here. We have sort of removed the middlemen who were reaping our farmers within the locality. We envisage that this project, this processing center, will continue beyond the life of Sizimele under the leadership of government structures. So we've managed to make sure that we do not create a white elephant after we leave. Also, as a bonus, we also thought of benefiting the community, because our target is more on the smallholder farmer, on the community. We then created a community trust that will benefit 10% of slaughter fees from this infrastructure. So already there is passive income that will go towards the community, that will be managed by the community trust, that will go towards community development projects. I'm happy to say that community trust is represented by the chief here present. The chief is one of the trustee members of that trust. We also have the Rural District Council CEO being also a trustee member. We have government departments, Agritech, VET, Ministry of Youth, Ministry of Women Affairs also being trustee members. We also have the business community also being a trustee member. We are hopeful that that structure will ensure that community interests are represented throughout the lifespan of this project. In a nutshell, I would say that is what we have done to ensure that community interests are protected, at the same time ensuring that we have something of this magnitude in Matebele North that will benefit our farmers beyond the life of Ismail. Thank you very much.